Grown man.
I know what the best part of my day is going to be.
Some days.
Hey, we got the throwers in the house now as the State Track Super Show rolls along. To my left, we have Daniel Viveros, Alicia Viveros, and Corbin Chronister. Not Chronister, Chronister.
I know that mic is way too far from your face, Alicia. Just get it up there.
You can move the mic. You don't have to move your body. You can move the mic. It's all right. Yeah.
There we go.
Good.
Corbin, you're too far away. I can tell already.
Not only are these the only 3 throwers in state. That's kind of weird, actually. That there's I guess there's only 6 spots of it. No, there's 12 spots available.
Yeah,
but between boys and girls. But anyway, these are the 3. But they're a very good 3, by the way. So we have the Masters champion in the girls' shot put. We have you were 3rd in the boys' shot put, but behind 2 of like national caliber throwers. So that's nothing to be ashamed of.
And an
certainly.
at-large in the discus as a sophomore, which is huge.
An at-large is not an easy thing to get. And then also you were 3rd in the discus, 9th in the state, 180-foot throw in the discus, Corbin. So 3 very good weekends individually for you a couple of weekends ago at Buchanan, hoping to repeat that. And I always find we haven't talked a lot about the schedule, but the schedule's weird because usually the throwers are the first thing done. But like Alicia, the shot put's the last thing of the night. It's like at 8 o'clock at night. Is that going to be different for you, or have you been to meets where it's sort of a prime time under the lights thing?
I haven't necessarily been to a meet where the shot put has been so late, but I remember Arcadia. It wasn't necessarily early in the morning, so I think I'll be okay with that, and I'll just try to rest up during the day, so that way I can be okay for the later event.
And you'll obviously be out in the sun and the discus at the sort of the hot part of the day, but that's comes with the territory. So let's start with you. You had that big weekend a couple of weeks ago. You did not make state last year, sort of a surprise disappointment, whatever you want to call it. How important and how much did it mean to you to get back as a senior to have one more run at state?
It was really important to me because I felt so disappointed in myself last year when I didn't make it, and I thought I definitely needed to work on my mental state, and also like just trying to work on how to best perform. So I thought it was really going to be really important this year to just work on it and try to just be the best that I can mentally and physically.
Yeah, and mental, we know so big of a part of it because you're not going to have a great throw every single time. You're going to have some scratches. You're going to have some bad throws that just don't come out right or whatever, and you have to stay perfect at least on one of them. Speaking of one big throw, Daniel, 61-7 last week, or 2 weeks ago now, you put the shot. Second farthest by a sophomore in section history. It's top 10 nationally among sophomores, correct?
It's number 2 nationally
among sophomores. And it was only 3rd in the discus, but it also gives you number 3, only 3rd in the section, in the shot. But it also gives you number 3 seed in the state because Jonah and Jacob Wilson were the top 2 in the section, also the top 2 in the state. What did you feel on that throw? Did you know that it was that good that you were popping a 61?
Yeah, I've just been throwing that during practice a lot, and it was just I was waiting for it to happen because 2 meets previous to that, I felt 2 60s, and just the way it came off my hand, it just felt great. I just knew it was going to go far. So
you felt it coming, in other words. You kind of knew it was coming.
Yeah, I was just waiting for it.
When you see them flip the numbers over or hear them announce the 61, what emotions?
Excited, really. Just looked over at my parents to see what their expressions were, and just happy.
And having said that, what is that? How much momentum can that give you going into state to say, hey, and the discus too had a good day in the discus to say, hey, I can make the finals, I can get a medal, I can make some noise here.
Just a great feeling because I know I just have a lot more in me, and I can just keep doing what I can and just
Yeah, and obviously 2 years to go on top of that. Corbin, a 180 at the section. Was that a PR for you in the discus?
It was the best throw I've thrown this year.
Okay, season best.
Get on that mic, Corbin.
187 feet, 2 inches.
Okay, 187 too. So obviously you're capable of going farther and everything like that. How happy are you with the way things are sort of peaking towards state here for your senior year?
I'm glad that I've finally gotten back up to 180. I've been hitting, lower 60s beginning of the season, then I got up to 70, and then finally back up to 180, and it's, a real confident booster that I'm able to hit it again, and I'm hoping for a big one.
Well, and how much does being healthy finally play into this? I mean, you've been dealing with so many different injuries. I know that you've been kind of, am I going to throw a shot today? Am I going to throw disc? How much did you feel like going into Valley, you were like, I'm going to be able to throw, and especially going up against Jacob and Jonah, that, does that also kind of gear you towards wanting to throw a little bit farther too, because those dudes are throwing so far right now?
I mean, it definitely does push me more that they're there helping or like throwing against me, that, I know they're the best, and I just want to do the best that I can against them.
You guys have all mentioned something, and Alicia, I'll ask you about it. In throwing, you can put in the work and not immediately see the results. You think things are going well, you think you're improving, you think you're getting stronger, and then you go out to a meet and the big throw just doesn't happen. And you feel like maybe you're spinning your tires. How do you deal with something like that and sort of stay patient and tell yourself, hey, that big throw is coming, it's going to come?
It's definitely a mental thing because you can put in a lot of work into throwing and you just might have one bad day during the meet and it just doesn't pay off. And you just have to have the mental strength to say that it's going to happen next time, that you have to pick it up and you have to keep going hard every single practice. And then you have to trust in yourself that next meet you will do this and you will try to do your best and get that good throw.
There was something that we had the story on Daniel and Alicia today in the California and just about the family, dynamic of the two of you. And I think the one thing that I didn't get to in the story that I want to get to now is, Daniel, you're a quiet guy. You let your actions speak for yourself. But Alicia, you told me yesterday that he may not talk in public, but he doesn't shut his trap when he's talking to you. Daniel, why are you so – is it just because it's big sister and you get everything out? But why is that such a big difference between being out in public and being with your sister?
Because I'm with her most of the time in the day because we always are out there no matter what during summer or spring break or anything. We're always just out there throwing, and it just we just go click with each other really.
This is the comfort level, and she's going to be gone next year. Mississippi State, here she comes over the summer. That'll be a lot different for both of you, I would think. Is that true, Alicia?
Yeah, because we've always been together, and we're kind of we're really good friends, I guess you could say, with throwing because we're always together, at home or whether we're at practice, and we're always talking and just comforting each other and trying to push each other. So it's going to be interesting when I have to leave. It's going to feel different, but I know he's still going to do well, and I hope that I can still get what I need to get done in college.
Corbin, you're going to Cal State Bakersfield next year. You're going to stay home. You're going to stay local to throw. For you, having this moment with two other Liberty throwers, I mean, you guys are basically taking Kern County on your shoulders when it comes to throwing this year, and obviously Kern County is the mecca when it comes to throwers throughout the ages here. Does that mean something to you, too, to be part of the Kern County lore of being at state, a part of this throwers community?
I mean, it definitely means a lot knowing that, all three of us, that we put in so much work and we're able to all go together because, we've been throwing for so long together. It definitely does mean a lot to me.
Daniel, when you hear, I don't know how much you know about the history of shot put, but when you hear a guy like Van Mounts and you only trail him as sophomores in section history in the shot put, does that, do your parents tell you that? Does Coach Chronister tell you that? Does anybody around say, wow, look at what you're doing right now? Does that ring true for you, knowing how rich the history is in the shot put here in Kern County?
Yeah, it's crazy how I just think about it, and I just always try and get my own mark and try and not compare myself to other people, so I don't have to sit there and dwell on one mark, so I can just keep improving and do the best I can.
Guys, before we let you go, success can be defined in a lot of different ways. I kind of try to end every segment like this. Barring, obviously, everybody wants to win a state title. That's the ultimate goal. But, Corbin, what defines success for you this weekend? What has to happen for you to walk away happy on Saturday night?
For me to walk away happy, I'd love to throw over 190. That'd be a great way to end my year, and I'd be ecstatic if I were able to do that.
And that's a theme we hear a lot. If I get there, wherever I place is fine with me if I get that mark. Alicia, how about you?
Pretty much the same thing. For shot put, I just really want to get over 45, try to get that 46, 47 mark, and regardless of what place I get, if I hit there, I'll just be happy with myself. And then for discus, if I go over 150, I'll just be ecstatic.
Yeah, that's very cool. And Daniel, a mark in mind or a place in mind, a state medal? I mean, what defines success for you this weekend?
PRing in both, throwing probably 170 plus and 62, 63. Would really be great for me, or get third in shot put, because I know Jonah and Jacob are great throwers and they can do a lot, and it's just trying to be up there and be right there with them.
Yeah, and obviously that's a motivating factor as well. So, hey, we appreciate you guys. Congratulations on all the success. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We'll be back. I think we got a five-person segment coming up next. Is that correct?
We're going to make an unlucky draw
All right. Yeah, we'll determine who has to sit with Trevor, and then we'll talk to him next. It's the Stockdale relay team, the 4x1 relay team, coming up right after this.